Hey there, Wally here, and today I'm going to answer two questions. What is Littlewood, and is it fun? By showing you core gameplay of this neat little game I'll be playing on Nintendo Switch. Littlewood is a social life simulator comparable to Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, Story of Seasons, Harvest Moon, those type of games. So if you love any of those, you're going to find stuff to love here. And the goal of the game is to rebuild the town of Littlewood back to a force to be reckoned with by interacting with neighbors, villagers, crafting, and all that kind of sort of things. And it's just a bunch of gum. It's a bunch of fun. And I really do think that this is more similar to Stardew Valley. And basically Stardew Valley light, but it's a good thing. So let's just head out of the home. I'm going to show you the things that I do in any given day when I'm playing this game. So unlike Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing, you do not have a time limit. Like in Animal Crossing, shops close. In Littlewood, there's no closing time for shops. In Stardew Valley, you do have a daily clock. In this game, you have an energy or actions per day bar. You can see it at the top of the screen. It shows us the date and our currency. That bar there, though, fills up as we do certain actions during the day, and once it's done filling up, we will faint if we overwork ourselves, or we can just go to bed before that happens, and we start anew, fresh the next day with a re-energized bar. So the bar is no longer filled the next day, and you rinse and repeat. And I think that's pretty cool that there's no time limits. The different actions that do take up energy I will be showing you shortly, but let's just go ahead and start a day. I always start by checking out my mailbox. You can see the exclamation points over different objects in the town, showing you that there's new things you can do and interact with them. So we just walk over, press A, we have unread mail. Whenever you do certain milestones in this game, you'll get mail from different neighbors. So it says, congrats on getting level 20 in farming. I wonder what the rarest veggie is. Sincerely, Laura, and she gave us a potato. 2 potatoes. We accept it, and now we added 2 potatoes to our inventory that we can use to plant and harvest. Same thing here, Mel gives us a wooden plank that we can use for crafting different objects because we completed level 30 in crafting. So just like Stardew Valley, we do have different skills. So if we go to the options, go down to journal, check our hobbies, and now we can see the skill level and various skills that we have, such as gathering, mining, wood cutting, bug caching, fishing, and so forth. And I find it really fun. I love when we have personal growth initiatives in games like these, because it makes it seem like there's always something to do. So one day you might want to go to the woods in order to increase your wood cutting. The next day you can go to the mines to get your mining up. And of course there's benefits of doing those kind of things. So if you really like grinding it out, building up your characters, those RPG role-playing type elements, this is going to be the game for you. The second thing I like to do is check the quest board. This is an item that unlocks as you progress through the game. And just to see what kind of quests we have. So it says, I want to gather 8 items with you, Wally. Now that's Laura. So if I can find Laura in town, which we can see her down there, then I'm going to ask her to hang out with me and she'll follow me around. And that's a really cool, unique take on this kind of formula, where you can go and have someone hang out with you and then they will find currency as you move around. But I'm going to show you something cool that I learned. If we go to the options, we can toggle Scenic View on. And as you can see, it will pan out, showing you your entire town of Littlewood. This is really cool if you just want to see where everyone is and what kind of actions you have to do for the day. I can see that some of my trees have fruit on it, so I want to gather those. I see that there's a little pig with an exclamation point over its head. And now I can see where Laura is. And now I'm going to head over there. I press B to get out of Scenic View. Now when you're in Scenic View, you can't interact with anything. I should show you that. It's just a cool way to spot where everything is. If I walk up to Laura, I press A, nothing happens. Walk up to the pig, press A, nothing happens. So you do have to get out of that. That's just something to note. So if I talk to Laura, you see I can compliment her, which will increase our relationship, but it will take a little bit of energy. Let's go ahead and do that. And watch my energy bar up there. So this is one of the actions that will fill that energy bar up. You always know the right word to say, Wally. Thanks, Laura. I try. So the energy bar fills up a little bit, and that means that we just have a little less that we can do during the day, but it was well worth it, and now Laura likes us. I always like to talk to all my villagers, or my neighbors, whatever you want to call them, the townsfolk. Yesterday I learned that the Endless Forest could be a portal to another world. I have so many questions. It can't really be endless. I wonder what's on the other side. And then, of course, she has those hearts signifying that she likes us more. Because we want to listen to her talk about the endless forest. They're our neighbors, after all. So I want to hang out with Laura in order to complete my quest. And then now it says to pick up things, I believe. If you forget, go back and check it. I want to gather 8 items with you, Wally. So, gathering. I don't know if picking items off of trees is gathering, but definitely picking up items such as weeds or flowers, that is considered gathering. But we'll see if this is considered gathering in a second. So, of course, we were right. Taking items from the trees counts as gathering. We completed the quest. We can see that by having that green bar underneath. And we press A, and then we get the 100 dewdrops. Awesome! We got money. And it looks like multiple chests are appearing throughout town. That I've never seen before. I'm going to stop hanging out with Laura by just going to options and going and selecting stop hanging out. I don't have a watering can yet. That's not what I want to do. 1 heroic merit. So of course we're going to get all these different kind of cool items. This one's inside of the balloon. We got a new blueprint for a heroic wallpaper. And different villagers and neighbors throughout the town, they're going to want different decorative items inside of their home. So it's really cool to collect all these blueprints. So heroic carpet. I'm like, who wants the heroic stuff? I can barely say that word, but that's fine because everything in Littlewood is really awesome. So if you build these desks for your neighbors and put them inside their homes, then you can see what they want. So this character, Tarek, wants a round table, bookshelf. So again, there's always something to do here. It's just so awesome. You have a marketplace, but of course at the beginning of the game, you don't have all these items. You do have to build all of them, which leads me to my next thing that you'll be doing. You will go to build mode, which does not require any energy to do, which is really cool. You can build and reconstruct and move everything in your town if you don't like it, which is definitely one of my favorite parts of Littlewood. So say I don't want this flower right here. I just go over it and just move it right there. If I don't want this well here, I can move it anywhere in town. And that goes for everything. That goes for buildings. That goes for the animals. That even goes for grass. So say I want to destroy this grass right here and turn it into water. I can do that. I can build a little moat. And the coolest thing is, if you see it says +9 grassy earth in the top right, when I destroy that, it does not get rid of the resource. It just adds it back to my inventory. So I took those 9 grass away, but now I can put them back down without worrying about losing that the earthy grass on inventory item. And that's just really neat. It's really cool that you can just customize everything. Everything that you see, you can move. And that's really neat. The only boundaries are these trees, and that is the extent of your town. But as you progress, you can definitely make your town larger, which is also a nice thing to know. But the build mode allows you to create all the things that you see here. These are all the houses. As you progress through the game, you will meet new villagers, be able to create more structures, important town objects, and much more. I'm about, 30-something days into the game, playing it for a decent amount of hours, and I'm really enjoying this. So to continue off with the day, I want to tell you kind of what I do. I always plan something. So say for this day, I want to create the compost bin, I should say. It requires 20 wooden planks and 20 plain bricks. And as you play the game, you start realizing where to get those items. So I start off by checking my mailbox, doing the quest board, going around to all the exclamation points, talking to all my neighbors, and then choosing something I want to do. So one day I might want to just increase my wood cutting skill level. Another day I want to build a compost bin. So I need those wooden planks though, but how do you get wooden planks? That's the question of the day. Well, it's simple. You go to a place that you can cut wood, either around your town, or you talk to this fellow. Again, you have to build all these structures, but you get the air balloon fairly early. Endless Forest and Dust Caverns. Dust Caverns for your mining, Endless Forest is for your wood cutting. You open up more places, as you can see, as the game progresses. So I'm going to come over to the Endless Forest. I'm going to travel onto one of these. These are called whirly bugs. They're kind of cute spider-like entities with, as you see, a propeller on their back, and they'll transport you to a forest. So here we have trees, we have all sorts of items. Now I can use my precious energy bar in order to mine these stones, to gather these weeds, or to increase my woodcutting skill and getting those wooden plank, resources by gathering the wood. So every time we hit one of these trees, we get a piece of wood. So we do that, rinse and repeat, but as you see, we do have that limited energy bar that is filling up. Now that's why I recommend, if you're trying to focus on getting one item like that compost bin or whatever, that you just focus on doing what you need to in order to gather the resources that's going to make that item, because you do have limited energy. So that's why I'm not going to be gathering the weeds, because I do not need that for the compost. I'm not going to be picking up the flowers. I'm not even going to be hitting those other colored trees, because these trees, well, I will show you. So this is just to show you. See, they give us different resources. They give us magic wood. I need wood to turn into the planks. So I will stop hitting those ones, and I will continue hitting these trees. I'm just going to keep hitting them until it goes nighttime, because that energy bar, that actions per day bar up there, also will change the passage of time. As you're going to see in a second, now it's nighttime. So it means that we're running out of energy. The day's going long. So what I'm going to do is go to my menu, and I can do leave forest, and that will bring me back to the endless forest where we took the air balloon, or the easiest way to transport back, which is really cool, fast travel in this game. Just go to menu, either return to town or return home. I'm going to return to town because I have a goal in mind. I want to start creating more of the items I need in order to create that compost. If you ever forget, just go back to build mode, go to your objects, and choose the item that you're trying to build. I'm trying to build the compost bin. Again, 20 wooden planks and 20 plain bricks. So I want to see if I can make 8 more wooden planks today. I'm not sure if I have enough energy because we are running out. So I'm going to go to the necessary place. I believe this is the lumber mill. And now we can see on the right of the screen, I already have 12 wooden planks, but I have 87 pieces of wood. Every single wooden plank requires 2 pieces of wood. And I'm just going to start building, pressing the A button, pressing the A button. Let's see if we can get up to 20. Can we get up to 20? We're getting very close here. No, I can't. It says I'm tired. I should go to bed. Oh, but we did get 20. That's really cool. Sometimes you get extra. Maybe I was off count, but it's really cool to see that. But now any other action I do right now, it will cause me to faint, and I will have a penalty the next day. So that's just something to think about. This is just a really fun social simulator with farming elements, crafting elements, interactions. I'm having a blast playing it. There has not really been any kind of glitches to really name, just stuttering here and there. And there was one, I guess, minor glitch that when I was building, something got stuck, but all I had to do was restart the game. So in my basically countless hours right now, I haven't really experienced anything game-breaking, but the fun definitely comes from developing your town, building up the relationships, grinding, crafting, gathering, creating. Again, if you like the Animal Crossing series, Stardew Valley, Story Seasons, Harvest Moon, you're going to find a lot of love here, and it's very cute, quirky. As you can see, the visuals are very pixel-esque, but are HD and vibrant, and the music is very relaxing. This is the kind of game you want to play after a long day. You can find yourself sinking so many hours into this, and I know I'm just scratching the surface. You're definitely not going to hear the last from me concerning Littlewood on my channel, because I plan on to do maybe some tips and tricks or some guides, because this is just pretty much my favorite Nintendo Switch game of 2021. I hope you enjoyed this video, kind of going over what a day in the life of Littlewood looks like, about figuring out what this game is, and if you're going to think it's fun. So definitely give it a look if any of this stuff interests you, if the core gameplay suits your fancy, and give it a try, because there's much worse games that you can choose to play with your time, but Littlewood's not one of those. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for joining the party, listen to me ramble, and I'll see you in the next exciting game video.